Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Sunderland Football Manager 2021 Road to Glory series. It is the youth intake episode, and it might be all we see. If you take a look at this, we had a game against Man City coming up, and that has been rearranged. So if we just go to show you the couple results we played, and yes, this time it was a loss against Chelsea. So some games I am playing off camera now. You're dropping some points. I mean, on camera we're dropping some points as well. But we were going on a good run for a while. But Chelsea 4-1. We beat them the match before. 4 days earlier. 4 days earlier, I wouldn't say we were in control of them, but we just managed to get the result, really. You saw how it played out. And then when you play away from home against one of the top teams, yeah, you really get shown. But I felt we competed with them. Look at this. We equalised just before halftime. You need to know the story of the game sometimes. And Christensen, and you know how I am, I try and get a late winner. And unfortunately, it fell their way. They just had, maybe it was always going to be advantage to Chelsea because, they were the home side. Would have been nice to hold on for a draw, though, if that happened. But then we just went to Newcastle, the Newcastle game. Obviously, it was a home game. Obviously, big match, big rivals in Sunderland and Newcastle, big derby, and we just got the best of them. Pretty happy with our games against them so far. That was a really good result. And then if we go a little bit back, we beat them away from home as well. So it's the Sunderland fans happy with that. And Vincenzo Griffo and Sam Green will get in a goal. Two important players in the team. So then we had City coming up next, but that got rearranged, like you saw before. Now our next game is on the 1st of April. We don't have a game left in March, and there's a youth intake in March. So we're going to continue till that comes around. And that is going to probably be the center of this episode. I uploaded an episode yesterday, so, sometimes I'll do it maybe every other day. But, I think this will be focused on a region episode, region youth intake. And, let's just see who we get. Okay, youth intake, Jamie Barlow. It's in a left back. Not the most glamorous position, but definitely a hard-working position. And that comes with one of his attributes, teamwork on 19, right? 16-year-old. Okay, and we've got an Aussie in there as well. Why don't we take a look? Why don't we have a proper look at the development centre now and our youth candidates? This man is a complete standout. Jamie Barlow, fullback, and he is. I would have liked him. I guess you can train him to be a bit stronger on his opposite side because, he's accomplished at right back. Maybe as a young lad, he was just trained as a fullback. And, in the youth teams, he's had, in his teams growing up as a kid, he's played both on the left and right, just, playing that fullback position, mastering that. He seems to be really, really balanced. I'm very happy with this kid. And, teamwork 19. That's incredible. Leadership only 4, so maybe not a captain, not quite captain material. You would have loved. Oh man, like how many of those mentals? Like, why couldn't he have one of those? Oh, that would have been so good. Future captain of the club, but he probably won't be because of that leadership. That's a little disappointing. But I feel like he should have. But how many 16-year-olds are leaders? But just the chance of that becoming a good attribute is low. Unfortunately so. Negotiate his contract. Full-time contract. These guys you want to tie down on a permanent contract so they don't get poached away from you. And I just want to increase, after games, and we'll lower his current wage. That should work. And that percentage yearly wage rise. Okay. I'm like, it should work. Okay, not maybe a little bit more, just a little bit more, and don't drop it as much, but still $7.25. This is long negotiations for a youth player, I tell you what. And maybe appearance fee, a little bit higher, and an unused sub. That should tie it down. No, it shouldn't. You're watching a complete expert at work here, guys. Clearly. Clean sheet bonus, bump that up. Maybe put it $7.50. Shit. He knows how good... Mate, okay, I'll give you what you want. No, I can't do... Sorry, I just have to boost a lot. I can't fail like... I don't think this has ever happened. I can't fail like this. I'll give him, if anything, more... Shit. No, this can't be a fail. Just increase that. Fuck. If a contract failed with that's never happened in Football Manager for me. I was just dreading there. I was like, okay, have this contract. Okay, they've got to learn. He's got a tough... He doesn't even have an agent. It's just himself. Maybe he knows how good he is. Well, that's maybe a small positive. Maybe he's got really, really high potential to be one of the world's best. I'm just like, okay, that happened. Aaron Smith. Let's take a look at this lad. He's a centre midfielder. Pretty good mentals. Physically poor. I'd say just good enough to get on a contract. There we go. And his... You're like, oh, not this again. But he shouldn't be as extreme. I would say... There we go. See, did I do... There's actually 2 Aussies in the intake and New Zealand. He's the lowest. A keeper from New Zealand we're probably going to pass on. 1 stamina, 1 strength. 1 strength? Like, wow. Composure, that's too many ones. That's too many ones. So, yeah, he's definitely a pass. So, Aaron Smith, we offered the contract. Couple guys with same level of potential, but not the same ability. Let's check him out, though. Matthew Kelly, some very good mentals. I reckon maybe that's something to work with to develop him into an okay player worth selling. So, he's going to be on a youth contract. It's interesting that some want only youth contracts and some professional off the bat. So, Stephen Jamison, let's take a look at him. Not the worst attributes. Not the worst. I'll say he's balanced in some areas. Worth, getting him on a youth contract, 2 years, and then I do want to see the Aussie guys. I just want to see how good they are, to be honest. Doug Bailey. Okay, let's take a look. Now it's starting to become a bit... Okay, they've got a lot of too many low attributes for them to be good players. That's my judgment. Charlie Stevens, let's take a look. Yeah, the Aussie. I would love to get an Aussie through the intake, and if we look at his ability, I don't think his physical... I don't know, maybe you guys will say something we should sign, but I don't think so. I don't want to be biased at all. You would say he's way too many lower mentals, important ones as well. They won't get good enough. So I've got to be level. Toby Fraser is a centre back, 197 centimeters, a really tall lad. So maybe he's something we can work with. You're like, oh yeah, he's got that same potential. Not great, but I feel like his height maybe. He hasn't got too many really, really lower attributes mentally. Determination, but then he's got a few like 8s. A 7 leadership. I think you can work with that. And then you keep his height in consideration as well. So, yeah, get him on a youth contract at least. And there we go. So we'll go through the rest and just see if they're good enough. But I'm going to quickly judge, technicals. Because this ability, potential. James Underwood... Nah, too many lower. Technique being 4, that's never going to be good enough for an attacker. It probably won't get above 10 in his career. Cabello Sephora, Australian on, mate. I wish he was decent. He hasn't got the worst mentals, though. Maybe that potential is lying a little. Cabello, another, fullback. To me, he doesn't look bad. Yeah, maybe he's the Aussie to come through, even though his potential... He didn't look as good as the other guy, potential-wise. And he comes with very good natural fitness, like mentals, technicals for his position, like marking, tackling, passing's all right. You work on his physicals, like the stamina, his quickness. I reckon Cabello could be decent. Happy with him. Cabello Sephora, I love that name. Has he got any... Yeah, but I knew. And he's, English as well. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it sounds like he's from there. It's not a foreign place, but a kind of a middle of the nowhere place when I can't even pronounce a name from Australia. There you go. Gosh. It's probably something like a Murwillumbah, just sounding it out. That's generally how it goes. But anyway, yes. He's one of those types, and he does come, with a very high natural fitness. So, yeah, he's one of those potential prospects. You're like saying guy with this potential, 2-star potential is he's one of those types. He could be a potential player, but not the highest potential. But let's just go through, see the rest. You never know, they might have some standout attributes. I'm feeling like the rest won't. I'll have an opinion, but we'll talk about it. Yeah, almost balanced enough, but his physicals kill him off. Francis Mullen. Joey Byrne. Joey, so he's got that natural fitness, but that crop of mentals there, even though there might not be important attributes, his overall ability, just early judgment won't be good enough. Sonny Novak, pace only 5, won't be quick enough through the midfield. David Uzoma, not a bad name. Like, you judge a lot of names. Marking 5, not good enough defensively. And, Ogura, nowhere near good enough for a keeper. So, he's from New Zealand, so he's... Who knows? I was trying to connect something with New Zealand. Nothing was coming to mind. But anyway, I'll say 181 centimeters, probably not tall enough for a keeper. So, yeah, it's not too bad. If we look back, if we sort by their current abilities and who we offered contracts to, Cabello Seforo, maybe they're just not reading his potential right now, because his ability is one of the best in the youth team, with the youth candidates coming through. So, yeah, that's very exciting for an Aussie boy coming through. And I wouldn't be surprised once, he joins and the coaches get some opinions on him and, we start to see some development, his potential ability is going to go up. I'm hoping for that anyway. So as I said, guys, this was just going to be a youth intake episode, especially the next game is 11 days away. We had some rescheduling. So we're going to play through a bit, and I will do a couple off camera, maybe Burnley, Arsenal, Leeds. We'll see, because Man City away, that's a real tricky game. I always love to have those biggest testers, and you see the positioning right now. So we'll leave it there so the focus can be on the youth players, and I'll see your guys' thoughts on them as well, as we are approaching the latter stage of the season. So I hope you enjoyed it. Stick to the channel for more uploads in this series. From now, I'm going to try and get one every single day and really progress through this save, because I'm loving it the more we progress. Normally, that's how it is in a save of Football Manager. The more you play, the more you into it, especially when you still got those goals to reach. So I'm going to leave it there for now. Hopefully you enjoyed it. See you guys next time.